April is National Poetry Month. The Academy of American Poets started the celebration in 1996 to encourage the reading and writing of poems, particularly in classrooms. It also invites everybody to sign up for the Poem a Day program that delivers new poems to your inbox.
Our next guest was a successful copywriter and creative director for major brands like Nike, Levi, and Johnny Walker, but he found a new passion and a huge celebrity and social media following with his poetry. Iain S. joins us with his new book titled Every Word You Cannot Say. Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. You grew up in South Africa.
Yes.
During the turbulent time of apartheid. How did that environment impact you and make you who you are?
Well, I think growing up in an environment that's obsessed with classification in terms of who you are, where you come from, what you sound like, what you look like, it had quite a profound effect on me when I started trying to work out what I wanted to write as poetry. And so what I ended up doing was making myself a promise that when I wrote, I wouldn't use a gendered pronoun or talk about where somebody was from or what they looked like. I would always try and write to the human. And I'd always try and write things that would be true for anyone, no matter who they might be.
You know, it's interesting. I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day who is in the movie business, but is writing poetry privately and is about to do some spoken word.
Oh, wow.
And we were talking about the fact that it's such an intimate thing.
It is.
It's so soul-bearing to write poetry, isn't it?
It is, and I think it's really important right now. I mean, if you look at the world, whether, you know, here in America or back home in South Africa or in Britain or New Zealand, anywhere, the world feels a bit divided to me. And I think it needs compassion, it needs kindness, it needs empathy, and it needs love, and it needs poetry, because poetry is all of those things.
And we're showing some of your poetry right now. Do you think or believe social media contributed to both depression and division among people, among younger people, especially because that's all they know and have grown up with?
I think so. I think there's something very dangerous going on with social media right now. And I understand that I owe a lot of my career to social media. The way my work finds its way into the world is people share it on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and those places. But those algorithms that kind of rule those platforms, you know, they do two things. The one is they make you compare your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlights reel. So you constantly have this kind of FOMO of what the rest of the world is doing. And the other aspect of it is these algorithms naturally favor a kind of information that makes you angry because you're more likely to share it, you're more likely to comment on it, you're more likely to engage with it. And so it feels like we're all being made angrier for the sake of advertising dollars, which is a very scary thing for me.
On your Instagram, you've been providing this anonymous space, a safe space really for people to share things and their struggle. Tell us about that.
So I think, you know, to kind of mark the launch of the book, I said, you know, this is a collection of things that I struggle to say. And so I reached out to my readership and I said, what are some things that you struggle to talk about? And it kind of runs the range from, I'm not sure what I'm going to do after I finish college, to, there was one heartbreaking one the other day, which is, my mom is a high suicide risk, but she hides it really well, you know, or I don't know what to say to my partner who's dying. You know, these incredibly heartfelt things, and there's that saying, you know, be kind to everyone you meet because they're all fighting a great battle, and I think it's really true. I think everyone has something in their life that they struggle to talk about, and, you know, that's why I wrote the book, to kind of bring to light those kinds of conversations through poetry.
This is remarkable, the fact that people have been coming into bookstores, they've been leaving little notes and letters inside of your books for other readers to find.
That's amazing.
How amazing is that? What sorts of things are people saying?
Well, it's the same kinds of things that I'm finding online. Like, you know, I have relapsed and I'm, you know, I have a drug problem, or I want you to know that I still think about you, or you know, it's the collection of things that we struggle to talk about our partners, about our families, about our careers, our childhoods, everything, you know. I think the thing that the most important conversation we really struggle with is the one that we have with ourselves. I think people really struggle to be kind to themselves and to be aware that they're having a conversation in their head.
You can meet Iain S. at a book signing and reading tonight at the Last Bookstore on South Spring Street in Los Angeles. For more information about the books You can check out Iain's website and, of course, his Instagram. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much for having me. Have a great day.